We are live, broadcasting live. This is the Conversation Room 101. Make sure it's only adults in the house. I need your mind to be open, prepared, and relaxed. Welcome to our home. Take your shoes off. We got some rules we need to go over. Be kind. No cursing in the chat. If you want to curse, call in. And no shouting out other channels. That's a no-no. We got one other rule. There is no judging our guests. It will not be permitted. Zero tolerance. And if so, you want to do that, guess what? We got security. And we will escort you out. Because over here, hashtag we don't care. We're going to be one big family. We're going to laugh together sometimes. We're going to cry. But we definitely going to pray. I thank the Lord above for everything. I lift him up and give him the glory. But you guys, right now, we're going to get our popcorn. And then we're going to see what's going on. And let me just park my car. And I'll be in there in a minute. I'll see you soon.
The Copyright Disclaimer Act. The Copyright Disclaimer Act under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news, reporting, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is used permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Tanika Shanetta, the plus-size doll. Do you like to shop online but hesitate because of the uncertainty about sizing and the quality of some items? Have you came across an outfit that you love to rock, but girl, you want to know more about the company and how their items run first? I get it. Check out Tanika Shanetta, the plus-size doll on YouTube for the latest updates in plus-size fashion and styles. She does the reviews that you can use. Timing is of the essence, but she will reach out to any company if she's not already signed with them. And get that item or a similar item to try it on first and provide that honest review on sizing, quality, and shipping. She does it all and often can get a discount code exclusively for her subscribers. So subscribe now and shop with confidence knowing if you would size up, size down, or true to size. She also reviews wigs, bundles, hair products. Like I said, she does it all. Measurements are in the description as well as the contact information for business inquiries or collabs. So subscribe today to be a part of the dollhouse where everything is big, bold, and beautiful. The link is in the description box down below.
Hey family, how's everybody doing? Today is October the 18th, 2021. You guys, thank you guys for showing up. Make sure you hit the thumbs up as you come in the building. That's just showing appreciation to the channel, the family, and the content. You guys, thank you guys for showing up. If you didn't hit the thumbs up, go out right now, hit the thumbs up, come back in. It's going to help our algorithm getting notification and letting people know that we over here, we got to do these things. So I guess something of that nature does help. So we're going to do it. And I want to, this channel today, content is going to be the Jelani Day Mother Speaks Out. I got to hit that thumbs up and go out, and I got to come back in. That's what I got to do. I got to hit the thumbs up and come back in, you guys. Do it. Just takes a minute. And then come right on back into the live. Make sure also, as we're going through the live, please share. First of all, I want to thank everybody for showing up. If you're in the house, let me see who's in the house. We can give 5 minutes so I can let you guys know that I do appreciate you guys coming on in here. It only lets me go up so high because you guys were doing some commenting. So I see Zena, Sonia Watts. Please say something, because if I don't say your name, it's because it won't let me go all the way up. I see Ruby Turner, Kitten, Lisa Calhoun, Dana or Diane, Sweet Peaches, Brown Sugar, Bat Cave, Sonia Watts, Zena, Nancy, Let me see who else. Wanda, thank you guys for showing up. Cynthia, you've been coming in. Betty's in the building. Betty. Betty's in the building. Yes, 2008 is here. Marsha is in here. Valerie Montgomery, we are in here. Darcel is in here. How you doing, Darcel? How are you? Let's see who else. KMB is in the building. How you doing? Tracy Ian, Anna Light from Stockholm, Sweden. She says winter is almost here, you guys. Shoot, it feels cold. Rhonda Hayes, how you doing? Robino 500, how are you? How are you doing? Tina Powers is in here. Zan Rowland is in the building. Zan. How are you doing, Zan? Tracy Ian, how are you, Tracy? I'm going through some. Mildred, how are you doing, Mildred? Nice to see you. Been missing you a little bit. Nancy, how are you? Let's see. Trina Taylor, how are you doing, Trina? How are you? And Lisa, how are you doing? Happy Monday, everyone. Hope all is well. Beautiful soul. Robin Gary is in here. Sister Moon One, how are you doing? Thank you guys for showing up. Loving God is in the building. Shelly's in the building. Paula's in the building. Paula, my best friend when I was growing up, her name was Paula. She is in the building. Freddie Johnson is here. Gloria Bates, how you doing, Gloria? I haven't got time to call you back yet, Gloria, but I will. Gloria, how are you? Jennifer is here. Crystal Powers. Did I miss anybody? Curl Small, how are you doing? Apaterica, how are you doing? Jesse, how are you doing? Good afternoon, everybody. Salome, how are you? Star Bland is in the building. She says she's in the house. I'm in the house. So I know things is going and things is getting crazy, you guys, but trust and believe we're getting right back on point. Miss Dee Dee is in the building. And as you guys come in, I will try to speak to you if I didn't see you. Cherie Johnson, how you? Shaves Faith is in the building. Avalanche is in the building. How you doing? Sugar Tea is in the house. Okay, you guys. Thank you guys for showing up. We're still going to be talking about the Jelani Day case. I've got some clips to share with you guys. We had our mod meeting just this last Saturday, and it was mod meetings, members meetings, and I guess you could see it. You probably couldn't make a comment if you're just not a member or mod. Those are for people that has invested, so they do say what they like or don't like and what they want and what we need to do. We was on time today, so kudos to me. I'm glad. Misty Blue, how you doing? Apaterica, how you doing? She says, great. I hope all is well with you. Everything is fine. Everything is good, you guys. Trust and believe. God's got his hand on it, and it's all good. Okay? Anyway, hey, Carissa, how are you? How are you? Tina Powers is in there. She's saying hello to everybody. Make sure if you see them in blue, they are for you. They're the mods, you guys. I appreciate every one of my mods that we have. They help you to navigate in the chat. If you new and you're scared to say something, just come and say hello so that they can say hello to you. So if things get a little shifty, we know that you're part of the family and you're just not a troll. So people be like, I'm not a troll. Well, we don't know who you are. So all the mods know who everyone is in here. And if, like I said, if you're new, they're going to speak to you because they don't want you to feel like, you're not a part of this. You can become part of the family. Just come on in, have a seat, enjoy the conversation. We always welcome any kind of conversation, you guys. This is called the Conversation Room 101. I'm just going to let you guys know. If you don't know, make sure You write this number down, because if you write that number down, you can call in. And if nobody's talking at that particular time, I answer the phone. Now, if it gets busy, I can't answer. We done did all the 2-3 people on the phone, and it just gets kind of a little bit crazy. But I do love to hear what everybody has to say. First of all, we're going to talk about this young man. His name is Jelani Day. He came up missing. I think it was either the 24th or 25th. There is 2 different stories. The last time he was seen was the 24th to 25th. And it's in, I think in the Illinois area. I know it's Chicago area also, because I've got something to share with you. There is an update from 2 days ago. It's not like an update where there's new information that they can share, but evidently they're getting coverage, and that's good. So make sure you guys keep this young man's name in your mouth, even though that they have found his remains. Yeah. If you don't know, you know now that they did find him in, I guess it was in the Illinois River. And Bloomingdale isn't near Chicago. Well, the reason why I thought for Chicago is handling a lot of some of this case, because you have Jesse Jackson has stepped up and speaking on the behalf for the family. The mother of Jelani Day is getting a lot of celebrities and people that has a lot of pull to speak for her. And what she's saying is that she don't feel like the same justice or the same care was taken in consideration when she called in and said, hey, my son is missing. They didn't have FBI on the case in 3 days. They didn't have a search party. And so she's comparing it to other cases, which that's what we do. We're human. That's what we do. We like, hey, why is they eating all the food and we don't get a lot of food over here? You're going to say that, especially when you're in the situation. That's just natural. It's a mother. It's everybody. Trust and believe. If we was in the same shoes, we would be feeling the same way. Hey, come look for my child. My child's missing. Come look for mine. What's wrong? What's going on? And she hasn't pointed no fingers as far as racist and all this other stuff. She just said, hey, my child is missing too. Can I get that same kind of energy? That's what she's saying. All in a nutshell. I can't speak for her, but I will let you guys hear it. Now, here's what we got to do, because I still don't have my earphones or earbuds or whatever for the computer. You guys know we were looking at getting a lot of stuff taken away. So we got to be very careful. In our meeting, we kind of discuss, if you don't know, we discuss some of the things to make our channel better. That means come in here and not be late. So you guys know that I'm opening up the channel at 4:30. You can come drop on in. It's getting close to that Christmas time. So that's how you can win free tickets and stuff. We're going to have a giveaway Christmas. We don't know what day it is yet. We'll talk about that. That's what I need to talk to the mods about. We didn't have that meeting Sunday because I was still spending time with my grandson. And like I said, I have to spend time with my family also. They misses me and things get kind of messed up. Anyway, let's get on into this conversation, okay? Now, if anybody has any new information that they want to share, we're still trying to reach out to the family. We haven't done a lot of work on that yet because I was in a crisis last night at work, and then I had to handle stuff this morning, and I took me a long nap because I needed it because I was drained. I was tired. I was working. See, sometimes they don't pay me for what I do. They pay me for what I know. So what I know is I need to do the best job I could possibly do with whatever I was qualified to do and experienced to do and what I know to do. And hopefully your child wakes up in the morning with you. That's what I get paid to do, if anybody want to know. Anyway, so let's go into some of this. But I want to share with you guys, like I said, one of the things that the family was requesting we do is have a new case every week, have updates on Friday, and then and we could have panels on Wednesdays. Panels on Wednesday. I don't mind having panels every day. That I don't mind having panels every day. But I'm gonna try. That there's a backlash comes up when I pull this up if I have the sound on over here. But I want to watch it too. I want to watch it too. So what I'll do is I'll see what's going on, but I'll probably stop it or whatever, because you can't just let it just go on and then talk about it or what. I guess you can, but we don't want them problems right now until I get some more equipment, and I just haven't had time to go out and get it. So let me share my screen with you guys, because that's one thing. One of the family members said, "Hey, I like it when you share the screen so we can see it for ourselves instead of you just telling it to us." Okay. So I do want to share with you the update conference that Jesse Jackson had, and he had it 2 days ago. So that was like Saturday on the family. And you guys got to remember, I know Jesse Jackson personally. I've got pictures with him. I'll show you guys one. I told you that. I got pictures with him, and and I was down there. So that's why I thought that Chicago is kind of taking a lot of the not search, but a lot of the investigation on their side. I don't know how close it is. I've never paid attention to how close Illinois is to Chicago. I just know that Jesse Jackson is in Chicago, and the push, they call it a push, what's the word? Not collision, coalition. The push coalition, that's where I came out of, you guys. The push coalition, and I got a lot of good, I would say, advice about coalition. Yeah, I got a lot of advice about stock, owning your own homes, and things of that. Do your 401k, get your bonds. Always be an investment, even if it's $2 or $3, so you can have a say so in something. If you don't like it, please get yourself involved. Okay. But I'm going to share that with you because I know a lot of you guys don't know, but I'm going to have to pause it. I can't play the whole thing and not pause it. I'm going to have to pause it so I can speak on it, so we won't get no flags. Okay, you guys? So that's one thing we got to do. And like I said, we'll do it better once I get the earbuds. But here we go. Let's see. I'm reading some of you guys. It's Max out with me says a little bit over 2 hours from Chicago. Oh, is it? It's 2 hours away. Wow, I didn't know it was that far. But you know what? I'm really happy to see that there's a someone that advocate for her, because when you don't see a person that is a speaker, a public speaker, or civil rights speaker for people, don't jump on the case. That's a red flag. I'm just being honest with you guys. When you don't see it, and people's like, well, nobody come and said nothing about this, and nobody helped us do that. That tells you it's a red flag there, because nobody wants to put their name out there when you're dirty. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's really like common sense. But here we go. Let me see what I got up in the house. Here we go. We're going to do the family push for answers with Jelani first. And then, like I said, I'll stop it and we'll see what's up. Here we go. One.
Well, this story has garnered national attention. The mother of 25-year-old Jelani Day is speaking out after laying her son to rest this weekend. Questions are swirling regarding the condition of Day's body.
The family's attorney is here to talk more about this case. Haley Besner joins us. And thank you for taking the time, Haley, to be with us.
Thank you for having me.
So let's talk about a statement that Jelani's mom put out, saying in part that no organs were missing, that there were contradicting facts from the first preliminary autopsy, and said that this is not a case of organ harvesting. Can you clarify what we know from the independent autopsy?
That's correct. We do not believe that this is any sort of organ harvesting or trafficking situation. My understanding is that essentially the body was just in very bad condition after having been in warm water in the Illinois River for probably 11 days. So there were things like eyes were missing, but that is consistent with what you would expect with a body that's found in a warm body of water for that period of time.
Attorney Besner, not sure if you can answer this just yet, but has there been a determination on the cause of death? And is the FBI helping out with this investigation?
No cause of death as of yet from either the first or second autopsy. Still waiting on cause and manner, hoping that we'll get some answers soon. But we realized that because the body had so much decomposition to it, that may not be something that we're able to determine from the autopsy. The FBI is involved. They have a behavioral analysis unit. I spoke to some of the officers on the case earlier today. I understand that they have a conference call set up with the FBI on Wednesday. My understanding is that the FBI has been reviewing reports that have already been done, reviewing interviews, evidence that's already been collected, and sort of offering their opinion on what the police need to do next in terms of who they need to speak to, questions that need to be asked so that we can get some answers to some of the questions we've been asking.
You know, one of the big questions here, you mentioned that the manner and cause of death is not known at this point. Jelani's mom, of course, says her son was murdered. Is there evidence pointing to murder right now?
I believe so, yes. There's no plausible.
Family, I paused it because I have to pause it. I mean, she asked that question and she gave a direct answer. She says, yes, I believe so. So this is not the conference. This is the information that the family is pushing for the answers right now. But they asked that question like, why would she ask that question like, does this point out to be something? Because, you know, like the mom said, I don't know if you guys know, but the mom said her son didn't, how did he get in the river? It's just weird to me that they even asked that question. I'm gonna just go back and see what they say.
Plausible explanation for Jelani's body ending up in the river other than foul play.
Right.
Jelani's car was found 60 miles north of Bloomington, where he went to school, in a town that he had never been to before. The area where the car was found is very suspicious for a car to be there. It's not a place that Jelani would have known about. It's a place that someone local may have known about, but it's not somewhere that you would drive and drop your car off on the side of the highway. The car had no license plates on it. We still don't know where the license plates are. We don't know where the car keys are. We don't know where his cell phone is. His body presumably went into the river about 3 miles from where the car was found. And that last week of August was really hot in central Illinois. It was about 104-degree heat index. There's no way he drove 60 miles, hid his car in the woods, got rid of his license plate somewhere, and then walked 3 miles to put himself in the river. I mean, and he was on the swim team in high school. It's not like he would have accidentally drowned. To me, there's no plausible explanation besides foul play.
Sounds like a lot of questions, and that family definitely deserves to get those answers. Attorney Besner, thank you so much for joining us on First at 4.
Thank you.
Well, this story has garnered national
attention. Okay. So, you know, it's not strange to us to know already. What she said, we already know. She hit all the points, though. That was so good. I wanted to share that with you guys. We got our research team researching, and she was sending me things. And I thought that was just, we needed to hear it. instead of just coming with our own opinion and suggesting these things. One thing Jelani's mother said is, hey, she don't want to hear about this. His organs was gone and this is happening. I want to say, hey, welcome to the Diamonds Warriors, Miss Didi. Thank you for being a part of the family and becoming a member. Miss Didi's in the house. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let me see here. So, yes, there's a kiss just for you. Miss Didi, thank you for becoming a member. And you're now able to go to the mods in the members meeting and help make things different. And it seems better. It seems better when the mods and the members come together and say what they like and what they don't like. Hey, Pez, how you doing? I see you in the house. Okay, SB times 3 is in here too. Thank you guys for showing up. And D Diva done came up in here. How you guys doing? Okay, so you guys understand it's not like we got to sit there and contemplate certain things. She hit everything we needed to know. Was no license plate there. Couldn't find his keys. He had to, where his body was put in the water is 3 miles away. And he was on the swim teams. We know this. And now those are information and facts. But I want to share one thing about what she was saying. And this is what the family members shared with me. Now, here's what I don't know if this is a new picture or an old picture, but when they showed the picture of the car, if you look in the front of the car, the lights are not the same. It's like the whole rim frame of the headlight is missing. And if you look on the side of the car, there is a dent on the car. So did somebody run him off the road or make him stop or whatever, knocked out his lights or what? You see what I'm saying? I mean, I want to go back to that just so you guys can look at the car, because I tried to pull the picture and maybe I can show it over here. Maybe I can show the picture over here. I got it over here. Let me go out and see. Because I don't want to get us in trouble until we get our stuff together. I don't want to get in trouble no more. Because I know. Oh, here it is right here. Here it is right here. Let me put me way over there. And I'm going to show you guys this picture real quick. So this is the front side of the car right here. You see the lights? Take a screenshot because that's a very good close-up. See the lights, and then the tag was not on there. Now, here's on the side of the car. And if you really look, there's a dent in the back door. Really nice car. I think that looks like a convertible Charger too. That looks like a ragtop convertible up there. But on that back door, on the passenger side on the back door, it looks like there's a like somebody could have hit the car, and I don't know if it was already like that. But I see a ding. I see a dent in there. They're not telling us that, but I'm telling you, that's what I see when I looked at that. Okay. Now I'm going to share one more clip, and then I want you guys to talk to me. Tell me what's going on. What's going on? Let me share this next. This is the most updated conference about Jelani Day. Okay.
Murder, the suspicion run high. The governor and attorney general have not responded yet. The governor must be involved in this. And the governor must be involved, and all those who care must be involved. We're going to treat Rainbow Push to take this case. Jonathan Jackson is the point person on this. Jonathan, here's your mother, John. Okay.
Hello, my name is Jonathan Jackson. I serve as the national spokesperson for the Rainbow Push Coalition. It's been 53 days with too many questions unanswered in a murder case. What do we want? We want justice for the Day family. Jelani Day was a medical student in grad school, an honor student, very well thought of in his community, and he went missing on August 24th. His mother will recount and give you those dates. But now it's been 53 days, and there's been a level of lack of professionalism amongst our state police force on resolving this investigation, conflicting autopsy reports. We've reached out to the Attorney General asking them to get involved because justice clearly has been dropped, broken, kicked, and they shall not be ignored. It's one of the most horrific cases of Rainbow Push we have ever heard of. Right here in Central Illinois, we know the history of Peru County in Illinois, a sundown town, and this is a very vicious murder that has taken place. So we ask that you continue to pray with the Day family. It takes enormous strength for the grandmother and the mother and the brothers and sisters to be up here, and if you will, listen to their story. And
now, hold on, family. Did you not hear him say this is a very malicious? This is a very malicious case here. Now, when he said malicious, I'm just telling you, when he said malicious, okay, if he drowned, then he just drowned. I mean, there would be water in his lungs or whatever. But when you say the word malicious, that tells me there was more to it than just water in his lungs. Like something was cut, something was taken out, something was hit, something was beat down. There is more to it. Like, okay, even though that his body was in the water on August the 25th to September the 3rd, and it was hot, because the lady said that he's not speaking on that. He said malicious. Listen to his words. He said this was very malicious. So there's got to be injuries that is just we have not heard of yet. Let me get back on over there, you guys. I'm just saying, you got to hear him say that. Very malicious, he said.
we know the history of Peru County, Illinois, a sundown town, and this is a very vicious murder that has taken place. So we ask that you continue to pray with the Day family.
Vicious.
It takes enormous strength for the grandmother and the mother and the brothers and sisters to be up here. And if you will, listen to their story, and we can ask that you help us join in the cause to fight for their justice. And many other missing persons. There are many other people that have missing person cases. This is just one, and we care about them all. But this has a horrific, gruesome murder to it, and this young man did not put himself in that river. And now for justice to have been delayed is meaning justice is being denied because they're saying now we can't find the film footage. Footage has been erased over. All this information had been thoroughly accumulated within 11 days in a time frame that you could gather all this video footage, and there's just been a recalcitrant coroner's office down there and sheriff's office and not bringing about equal justice. Please, Mrs. Day.
Hi, I'm Carmen Bolden Day. I'm Jelani's mother. I'm here because I need assistance from the Federal Bureau of Investigation. I need answers. I don't know what happened to Jelani. My son is now deceased. He was murdered. And we want to find out what happened to Jelani. I know I'm not the first mother that has lost a child, but it's a difference when you lose your child and you know what happened to them and why you're bearing versus you don't have any idea or clue what happened to your child. First of all, you don't know where they were, and then you don't know what happened to them. I know that Jelani's car was found on August 26th in Peru, Illinois, which is 60 miles north of Bloomington, Illinois, where he was attending school at ISU. I know that when they found his car, there was no license plate on his car. I know that they found his wallet in an area. They found his lanyard in another area. His body, the body that they found, that they identified him, was found 1.5 miles away from where his car was found. The clothes that he had on were found 18 days after the body was found, 1.5 miles up the river. I know that the things that I asked of the Peru, Illinois Police Department, the Bloomington, Illinois Police Department, did not happen when I asked them to happen. The investigations that I asked them to do did not occur. Things that they were supposed to follow up on did not happen at all. So now we are here on day 53. They have now started back over to day 1. Things that they should have done when Jelani was first reported missing is just now happening now, which I find to me is to be very offensive, is a slap in my face. It just lets me know, like I told them before, my son is important and they disregarded everything about my child, and it's unacceptable. Nobody should have to go through what I have had to endure, what my children have had to endure, what my family has had to endure looking for Jelani. Jelani was somebody. He is somebody. And I need the Attorney General and I need the FBI to find answers about what happened to my child.
So far, there's been silence from the Attorney General, as I said, a thing. And the governor, we're going to challenge them to become very public. We pursued the Petito case.
Edward Petito.
Petito. We're looking for a young man who did the killing, apparently. And this is the case, this is the Emmett Till case. Chicago Marcella story. Question, Shana.
You want the FBI to...
Okay, family. Let me tell you what Jesse Jackson said. This is like the Emmett Till case. So that's why they keep referring to the sun downtown. It's like they made this person into an example. That's what I'm getting out of it. That's what I'm getting out of it, you guys. I don't know. I'm just saying, what are you guys thinking? We're going to finish with the questions and you tell me. I just want you to hear when he said, this is like the Emmett Till case, you guys. That's what he said. He said that. I'll go back so you can hear it.
Petito. We're looking for a young man who did the killing, apparently. And this is the case, this is the Emmett Till case. Chicago Marcella story. Question, Shana.
You want the FBI to intervene? You think that will help you resolve the questions that you have?
I think that they have access to resources, to equipment, to things that the Bloomington Police and Peru Police does not have that can help find answers to what happened to my child. Yes.
If I understand in Peru, you know why he was in Peru?
He had no reason to be in Peru. Somebody took him there.
And the last time you saw him was when?
The last time I saw Jelani was a week before he went missing.
Is there anything like cell phone records or Facebook records where we may try to communicate with someone?
He was not active on social media. Jelani thought social media was garbage. He wasn't one of those 25-year-olds that liked social media. He just recently got on Facebook because his class had a Facebook page. So he was not very active on social media. His phone records, we have not found his phone. We've tried to get information from his phone records. We know that his location was turned off in his phone. So I also am imploring Apple to assist us in any way that they can to help find anything that can help locate his phone, anything that can help locate the last calls that were made, incoming and outgoing. We need all that information because somebody knows something and they're not talking. So now we got to go through electronic information to find out what happened to my child.
Jelani was murdered. Remember, involved in the true source in this movement.
Yes.
So you're the spokesman. Make it happen.
Yes.
Thank you, friends.
Okay. So, family, you heard what the mother said. She spoke out. She did not speak this time on the allegations of what was taken out, organs and things. She's still speaking out. She's wanting Apple to release some records because they, like I told you guys, they don't have to have the phone to get that information. That information is out there in the cloud. They can get that information. And yeah, they probably need to subpoena Apple and ask for, because that phone number is the code. You don't need the phone. The phone is just a phone. It's not in the phone, but it is attached to that cloud. Anything that you say on social media, anytime you're using any technology, it's recorded. So that's why you should never go on there doing some stuff and thinking because you done deleted it, it's deleted. It's not. His phone was gone. The license plate was gone. His wallet was gone. The keys was gone. And what? And then she said he has no reason in the world to be in Peru. None. None. All right, you guys. I need you guys to call in, tell me, because you got this new information. I think it's new. We can only take some. So what? We're not going to just fill you with a whole bunch of stuff and then you try to figure it out. Because one thing I've learned, people get the dates mixed up, the time mixed up, where he was at, when he was gone, who's seen him, or whatever else. I want to stay focused on this because we're not going to get a lot of information all at one time. But I think something of this case will come to a light. For some reason, I feel something of this case coming to a light. And if you guys want to come up on the panel, that's fine with me. We've got 15 minutes, so let me go ahead and copy and says copy and stick it on in here for you guys. Probably I'll read what you're saying. Afaterica says the professor called the campus police. She did not file a report with the Peru police. That's what we need to do. We need to start looking, and we'll do that either Wednesday, but we got to bring in a new case. But we'll look into that. What did the professor say, and who did she? You're saying that she called the Peru police? The professor called the campus police. She did not file a report with the Peru police. Thank you. And then William says, guess who they were on it day one and still looking for him and talking about the victim bias. And everyone knows the name of the victim and the person of interest. Sad. Okay. Hey, Zen, you there? Okay, we got Freddie in the building. Freddie, you there?
Yes, can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can't hear Zen.
Okay.
Okay, what's on your mind?
I just was caught. How everybody doing? First, let me speak. When the mother was talking, the plea, I felt her heart. I felt the hurt and pain that this woman is going through. And she needs everybody's help. Please keep her in your prayers, everyone, until where she will find what she needs to find out to put her at peace with what happened to her son. That's all I wanted to say yesterday.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Freddie.
Okay, welcome.
Zan, are you there? We can't hear you. Okay, we got a caller. Go ahead. I'm doing good. Gonna have to speak up a little bit.
Okay, I'm sorry. My only problem is with this case, Sister Professor, she's the one that who reported Jelani missing.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. And besides that one interview that she did, she has not spoken. She has not. I've not seen her on anything else. She has not said anything else, and I'm wondering why. If she's so concerned, like she stated she was, or why is she not, coming forward, and with the family, standing with the family, and speaking, she's just like, like I said, besides that interview, she has not said anything else. I want to know why. I find that, it's a problem. Really, I do.
You're right, because she didn't make no kind of a statement to the news.
She did an interview.
Okay. We need to get that interview.
You have it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have it, but I want to. Okay, I'll pull it, and you're gonna probably have to direct it because we got a lot of stuff, and
I know.
It's hard when you give me a whole bunch.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna pull what the professor said, and then we'll do that.
Okay, then. Right. That's all I wanted to say. I'm saying, go back in the chat. This is a sad. I mean, I really sad case. It's heartbreaking.
Right. It is. Sometimes people think, okay, you found his remains. Okay, move on. You can't move on. You don't, like she said, you don't know what happened. Somebody explain something. And you know what they're saying? They're saying they may not, since he was in the water for so long, they may not even get to know what happened. But I do know one thing, they're gonna probably rule it as homicide, because it's definitely not, oh, he just drowned,
No. They hope they found something. This is sad. And it has affected a lot of people.
Right.
Something else, I hope they, find out something. They have to, that do something. You just can't just rule out, the homicide, whatever, and move on. No. They need to find out who all was involved, and they need to get them people. They need to get them.
Yeah.
So they supposed to have all these footages and stuff, in that area. So they know something. Somebody knows something.
Right.
Somebody knows something. And sooner or later, I pray to God that, someone, whoever had anything to do with this, they are, it will be revealed. So,
right.
And they need to be punished. But this is sad.
Right.
This is sad. This is terrible.
Okay.
This is terrible.
Yeah, it is.
All right. Well, that's what I want, to say. So, but I just want to say, make that in chat.
All righty. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, we got Eileen, the queen, in the building. She says, hey, she's speaking to Miss Sonia Watson. She says, blessings, everyone. Candy Richards says, I would like to know what the meeting between the two was about. Right. Miss Powers is saying, if anybody knows anything, say something. We got Yes 2008 in the building. She says, I wonder if he knows someone with ties to the area or surrounding he was found in. That's a good question. That's a real good question. I wonder if I can find it on here. It is very strange. She reached out to the police and not family. Hey, this is SP. Go right ahead.
Hey, SP, this is Zan.
Hey, how you doing, Zan?
I'm doing better. I'm doing better.
Okay. What's on your mind?
So, there's a couple of things about this case that really kind of just puzzle me. One is the intense involvement, even before the mother of the professor. Just for her to be the first ones to contact the police, for her to be the ones to give the mother information about the police being involved.
Yeah.
It's just questionable.
That is strange, especially he just started going to that school in August and he missed a couple of classes. And then she went to the campus police. Well, why she didn't call his mother or to see to see if everything's okay? Because when you take a class in college, in the first so many days, 30 days or so many days, you got a chance that if you're not doing well, you can drop that class and it won't be counted against you. And you just don't show up no more. You go and say, I want to cancel that class, and you get somewhat of your money back instead of, if you already see you failed in the first 2-3 weeks, you just say, I want to drop it. So why would she take the initiative and go to the police, the campus police, and then reach out? Is that what you're saying?
There's just a lot of strange things with that case. Another being that it seems as if the Bloomington Police Department, they didn't take the case seriously initially.
Mm-hmm.
Because even before Jelani's body was found, when he was still missing, they went in and searched his apartment, and they allowed his brother to take his laptop out.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they didn't, those are things that should not have ever left the crime scene. We don't know if that was a crime scene or not. And so nothing should have been able to be removed from the house. And the fact that they allowed that just shows that they really were not taking this case seriously.
Right. Exactly. You're right.
And like my cousin is a captain down there at the Bloomington Police Department. And initially there weren't a lot of black detectives on this case.
Yes.
Until it started getting a lot more publicity. And then they started putting some more seasoned detectives on this case. Initially, what I'm being told is that this case wasn't treated seriously from the beginning at all.
Right. And I think she's very upset about that. And I would be too. Because, not every mother loves their kids, but that is supposed to be the normal thing, that you care about your children. So if you can't reach them or people's looking for them and you haven't heard from them. And that's what she said. She probably last seen him a week ago, but she last spoke to him or something. I think it was like a day or something before. That's what she said on one report. So I don't know. I'm gonna have to go back and listen to it, because on here she was like, oh, I haven't seen him in like a week. And I'm thinking, I thought you said that you seen him a day before this happened or whatever. I don't know. Because she said something about she was writing bills, so she must have spoke to him on the day before it happened. But she hadn't seen him a week ago. But back to what you were saying, for them to let the family go in there and not, get the laptop, they wasn't taking this serious at all. It's like, oh, it's, Oh, and did you hear, I can't remember who said it, but they said some of the footage and stuff is being taped over and stuff. Like the evidence that they had is all disappeared. Yeah, and those videotapes been taped over and stuff.
Well, okay, this is
why would you not take that video from the store and not let them just tape over it? And even if they tape over it, guess what? FBI can get that tape and still do something with it, even though it's taped over.
Right.
So they playing with these people.
Right. And my concern is the connection. This professor, there's a lot of connection with her. Like, she has a connection to the police department.
Right.
She was the first one to
acknowledge he was missing.
Right.
Which is not in her place to be acknowledging it. You're just a professor. You're the teacher.
His family. So how do you know he was missing if you never notified his family?
Right.
How do you know he didn't have a family emergency?
Right.
It's like there's something more that you know.
Right. Or he just.
Not make them privy.
You're right. You're right. Just like I was saying, you know, it's not uncommon for you to be in college and you're not doing good, and you just say, you know what, I'm gonna just drop that class. And you go to records and say, I want to drop that class. They won't hold it against you. You get your money back. You get like 90% of your money back. You don't get your money back for the books. You can sell your books or whatever. But it's not uncommon to just do that.
Right.
And she didn't think of that at all. She just goes to the campus police. He's missing.
Right. It's almost like you knew something happened, but you don't want to provide all the details. My question would be, one, where does she live in proximity to Peru, Illinois, which is definitely not somewhere that a person of Jelani's makeup would hang or even be in. That's not a friendly place for us.
Right.
I would want to know what her proximity is, her living area, her living situation to that particular city. And I'd like to know, what do they think about the dents and the discrepancies on his car?
Right. There is discrepancies on his car. We got Elaine. She says she don't know why, but that video of him in them gym shorts just don't look like him. It really don't to me, but you know, they're the experts. So if they say, I don't know. Evelyn says that the reason why they took the laptop is so that his brother could try to get in his iCloud. There was one other thing I wanted.
I understand why his brother took it, but this is my thing. If they allow the family to come in there and take what they want, how do we know that they didn't allow anybody else to go in there prior to that and take what they wanted?
Yeah. And we need to find out who. I mean, we got all these people that be like, you know, they can find anybody, as long as they know your name and what city you in. They can find out your Facebook, how long you've been teaching, what other people are saying about you or said about you. And nobody's doing all that searching and stuff. Everybody, you know, doing other stuff, but
well, there hasn't been a lot of information given, like the name of the professor. I've noticed that that's been left out of every report that I've seen. I haven't seen her to be named yet.
Right.
Now, maybe I missed it. Maybe someone else has seen that, but I haven't seen her to be named anywhere.
Right.
And I know that his mother says that his organs weren't stolen or weren't removed because they're telling her that they were liquefied.
Right.
But the body really was not in the river long enough for that much
right damage,
deterioration to go on in the body. There's been other bodies that have been underwater much longer and have came out more intact than that one did.
Exactly. I said the same thing. Because if he was missing on 24th, 25th, and if he was in that body of water from the 25th till September the 3rd, you're looking at 5, 6, 7, 8 days. Yeah, it was 104 degrees. But that's only but 8 days. Your organs is not going to be gone and liquefied where there's nothing there. No, it's just not. That doesn't even make sense to me. I'm just saying.
Yeah, it didn't make any sense to me either. And then, like, there's just some things that are questionable. Like, when the second person went to do the autopsy, they didn't have the brain available to them. But the first autopsy, they were able to do brain specimens. So, where did you do with the organs when you got done testing them?
Right. What? Yeah. Did you just take them out and then you're like, oh, they were just damaged. You know, why you didn't put them back together? They don't want.
Right.
Yeah.
That stuff should have been kept as evidence until the case was closed.
Yeah, I know her name is in there. We got her name.
Do you have her name?
Yes, we got her name.
Okay.
Her name is Kiera something. Kiera, Cara. We got her name last week. Somebody threw it in the chat, girl. They threw it in the chat, and if y'all want, throw it in the chat. Throw it in the chat so everybody can get it, so that we can do some. You know how you go looking.
Oyster, Director of Clinical Education.
You got it?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll be doing some research on that.
Okay.
Those are just my main things as P that I wanted to definitely just kind of focus on.
Right.
I feel like there's some ties there that I don't know, just don't seem, they're questionable, you put it like that.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna get back in the chat, but thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
All right. Bye-bye. Hey, this is SP. This is the last call.
Good evening, SP. This is Betty. How are you this evening?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I'm doing okay. After listening, there were 3 things that I took away.
Okay.
Jesse Jackson was very clear. See, when you know where you come from, he said, listen, she ain't got to do nothing. You the head of this. You take care of what she said. The last thing she said, you all can help me do. I forgot what she was looking for, the phone records or whatever. And he was basically saying, you don't have to do anything. Now that you brought it to me, we're going to take care of it.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I designated someone. That's 1. 2, when he said Emmett Till, I was driving. I almost just like ran off the road. Even though we're in 2021, people don't want to think that we're still back there, but we are. And I will bank my rest of my life on it. That professor is the key to everything.
So do you know what happened to Emmett Till?
Yeah, I was just listening to that earlier today. They had a show on ID. He whistled at a white woman.
Okay.
Let's call it what it is. I mean, and unfortunately.
And so what did they do to him?
Oh my gosh. Oh, he was sheesh. They called him this. They told him, they took him in a car from, this was just on TV today. I was watching it. Had him jump off a bridge. For why? Because he whistled.
Right.
So, she panicked. Listen to what the professor I'm speaking on. She was in panic mode. She was hoping that he got away, but he didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You think so?
Praying. Yeah, I think
you think that the professor was hoping he got away, but he didn't?
Yeah. She's saying that that's why everything is being erased. When you don't want things to be found, what you do, you erase them. They're not gone, but you erase them for immediately. And then look how the police handled it. They didn't jump right on it.
They didn't want to.
So Right. So that those things that once her husband finished beating okay, anyway, once it came out who he was with, whether it was the professor or whoever, then they started cleaning up because they didn't want it to be traced back to that place.
Right.
And the attorney said it. Whoever did this is somebody from that area. He didn't know anything about that area. He knew enough to meet whomever to a certain point. And he was comfortable enough to go because it was daytime and he figured he would be okay.
Wow, it's sad.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is, because we're constantly reliving our past, and we in a whole different, he said Emmett Till so fast. I was like, wow.
Yeah, that's when he said that. I was like, oh.
Yeah. So
yeah, that tells you it really probably has something to do with him messing around with the professor, and some good old boys didn't like that. And and he said it was vicious.
And guess what they did? They let her know. Oh, you won't get to mess with him again.
Yeah. And so wow.
And I believe they desecrated that body as much as they could.
Yeah, I think so
that
too.
Young man suffered, and I really, my heart goes out to the mother, because I don't think I could hold myself like that.
Right.
I really don't.
Right.
That's why we have to, who thinks to tell their son, oh, don't do this, don't do that. I was supposed to meet with him. What were you meeting with him about? You could have sent him an email and outlined what he needed to do.
Right, but we don't never know who's watching and who's mad and who's going to do. Exactly. We just don't. I mean, we're still in a situation where we have to tell our children, to be careful. Not just when the police pull you over. Be careful when you go to these towns that you don't know, and watch who you dealing with. And they're not scared. They be like, oh, mama, I'm good. Our family like me. Yeah, her family like you, but you don't know if her family neighbor like you. They looking at you and they mad. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And I say again, because I don't want anybody to think that I'm concerned for my own family, because we're blended. We're very blended. And I'm preparing my son. What you dealt with, other countries deal with things differently. The United States, it's I don't know how to say, its mask has come off again. It's come off. It's not split. It has come off. So we have to pray. And I salute the mother, because there's no way I can hold my head up like she's been holding her head up.
It's sad.
And I know we're on a timeline, and I'm going to be obedient and get off. But I just wanted to say that I still respect him, because in as much as his health is declining, he stood up and said what needed to be done. Listen, we need to get this done for this family.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that. You have a blessed evening, SB. Talk to you soon.
All right. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
You guys, we're 10 minutes over our hour, and that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. But I wanted you guys to see that, like I said, first thing we need to look at, is there any advocates speaking up for the family? When you see advocates like Jesse Jackson, some people don't like Jesse Jackson. They be like, he's a money goon. He's a such and such. Yeah, he gets paid for what he do and he speak. When he comes to your town, yes, people listen to what he says because he knows a lot. He has helped a lot of people. And I am friends with Jesse Jackson. I'm not like I can call him up and say, hey, come over. But yeah, I have been in his presence more than once. He's a very intelligent man. Everybody got stuff in the closet. But what I'm saying, when you have these advocates that has big titles, and you can't tell me he's not a big title, he's a big hitter. I mean, when they speaking, there's something very wrong. We need to address this. We need to keep his name in our mouth. Jelani Day. I think the one guy said his name wrong, his last name wrong. I think he said D or die or something. But anyway, nevertheless, I mean, when you're looking at a lot of cases and looking at a lot of situations, you could do that. And I do it all the time. And then we got we will be on here tomorrow evening at 5 p.m. Central Time. It's not our regular time to come on, but we will be on here talking about the Gibson case, you guys. Therese Gibson, okay? And it's really getting deep, it's getting heavy, and we're getting in some information. And the more we're going to keep that young man's name in our mouth also. That is family. His family is our family. Whether we like what is being said or not, I know sometimes we're in our feelings, but we just want to hear the truth, and we want to keep his name in our mouth. I want to find out, is there any updates going on with him? Tyrese Gibson. Gip, Gipson. Gip, Gipson. That Tyrese Gibson would it be? That's an actor, but Gibson is GIP. His mother was in here last week. His father came up and spoke, and man, it kind of got a little heated. I think we got a lot, kind of understood, and just like anybody else's kids, it's not like if someone just passed away because they had a seizure or they pass away because they get old. These people are being taken out premature. And you guys, if not only anything but awareness, they're letting you know this can happen to you. This can happen to your family. So don't wait until it happens to your family and then say, hey, y'all say something. Please speak out. Even if you just got a question. I know we had a couple of people trying to call in. SB ×3. If you want to call in, you can call in. I knew she was trying to call in, but somebody was speaking at the time. That's the only time I don't answer the phone. If somebody's speaking, I can't answer the phone because we can only speak to one person at a time. All right. You guys, I'm finna roll on out of here. I got to get dinner done and I got to get ready. Make sure you guys be in here tomorrow at 5 p.m. Central Time. We will be on time. Be good, be safe, and be nice to each other. Now, I do want to say one thing before I get off of here. And I don't know if you guys know this, but the commercial that we play with Tanika Shanetta, the plus size doll. We played it today. If you go back and look at it, get to know her because her uncle is I can't remember what his name was, but it was hold on. This is SP.
Hi, SP. Are you still on the line?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Good evening to everybody. This is just so sad. And when you look at it, the professor knows more than she's saying. To begin with, you're not going to call the boy's mama. You're going to call the authorities, and you just went shady. And what was the meeting about? The meeting they were going to have.
Right.
What was it about? What was the discussion? And he went in the drug house, right? In the
dispensary, not the drug house. He went in the dispensary. It's a retail place now. Mm-hmm.
Right. And no camera footage, nothing. The way I feel, that's my opinion, I feel she and this student was having an affair, and shit come to hit the fan, and somebody must be get paid to take him out.
Okay.
That's just my opinion. Because nowadays all these teachers and stuff like that want to go to the students and stuff like that. And I mean, she did an MIA, okay?
Right.
And why just the students?
Right.
So something had to go on. Something had to go on. The heat was on. Either her husband got to know about it or something, and he decided, well, hey, take him out.
Right.
But it's so sad. At the end of the day, this is somebody's child.
Right. It
and
is.
Jealousy has a hell of a lot to do with it.
Right.
That is just so sad. Yeah, I was trying to call it in and out, but I'm in the store and it's just cutting out and stuff like that, and there's a siren in the background.
Right.
This is just too sad. You cannot even trust these teachers, you know.
Right.
You're sending your kids to school in a college and stuff like that, and hey, you cannot trust them. You're just parents.
Right.
What is society now?
Right. I believe that this case is very important to everybody that's in here. And there's a reason why it's going to be very important. Like he said, this is like the Emmett Till case. And I say this is like just like the Sonia Watts gave us the name of the young man. It was Bird. Okay, what was it again? Let me find her text because she sent me the name. Yeah, it was that it was what was that Bird guy? These cases James Bird in Jasper, Texas. He was coming from her wedding shower, like they were having a little wedding shower or something, because he was trying to mess with all the females and laugh at them and smile at them and trying to get a date or whatever. And they found him walking and they took him and they drug him until things were snapping off his hands and everything. They just drug him in the street and just with chains and stuff. And so these are really horrific things. And Emmett Till is horrific. And then the Ahmaud, the guy that was running down in Texas. Texas is very cruel, you guys. I'm just saying it is. Texas is known for doing some cruel stuff. And they wanted to keep it like that. You know? But anyway.
It's so sad. Yeah, the professor know a lot, and she's not talking. But you know what? The truth will come out. It definitely will come out. Justice for him.
Yeah.
Okay, then. Well, hello to everybody in the chat and stay safe. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye. I got a call that then came in here 3 times, and I'm going to call her because she got something she got to want to say. And then we're going to get off of here, you guys. I think this case is going to be history, you guys. I believe it's going to be history. It's called... Hey, this is SP. Was you calling?
Hi, SP. Have been ready for live?
Yes.
Hi, everyone. I just wanted to touch on what every the last two callers have been saying. There's something with the professor. I don't know how much she knows, but she knows something. It just really broke my heart the way that mom was pleading for help to find her son. No one should have to go through that.
Right.
A few points I wanted to point out was she said that she was texting on the phone with Jelani after 9 o'clock the night before he went missing. So forgive me, I can't remember the date, but they were texting after 9 o'clock. I don't know how much of that she does with her students, but that's what she said. When he didn't come to the meeting, she was concerned and she called the campus police or the campus security or whatever. They had 24 hours for him to not be seen or whatever before they did something. That wasn't fast enough for her. She went to the police after that. She didn't want to wait for 24 hours.
So she must have felt something, knew something, or something was already taken in place.
And I can't for the life of me figure out if she is concerned or if she's trying to do damage control. But she has been a step ahead of the mother and the family this whole time. The mother, couldn't get in touch with anyone or couldn't get anyone to get footage camera footage, and she said, "Oh, they've already taken the tape." And the mom was like, "How the hell has the police already taken the security footage? And I'm just not reporting you missing."
Wow.
And then she got a detective through the professor.
Right.
The professor said she had friends that are higher up the police department, and that's how she got a detective.
Wow.
Something is not right. It's just really sad. And so I don't know what kind of meeting he had with her was supposed to be, if there even was a meeting, but he was up there around 6:50 at the campus.
Right.
He signed into a computer, he was doing work, and then they also got him on camera getting Starbucks.
Right.
And he was dressed in a nice, very nice looking young man. He was dressed like he was going to a meeting. So was there ever a meeting, or was there a meeting and he showed up and,
Well, when he was at that dispensary, he didn't look like he was going to no meeting. He had some kind of weird Zappit t-shirt on and some pants.
Yeah. And the dispensary that he went to, there was another one that was closer to the campus. But he, for some reason, went to a different one. I guess maybe it was closer to his home. It didn't open up until 9, so he went home, changed or whatever. So he made it home after he left the campus.
Oh.
There's no security. There's a security footage of him at the dispensary, but there's only still shots of it. That's all they gave us was his picture of him looking at the camera. Some people say that they make you take your mask off and look at the camera before they let you in.
Oh, really?
There's no video that's been released.
Oh. Okay.
His phone last two was at the dispensary.
But dispensaries, let me tell you something about dispensaries though. When you're dealing with that kind of product, dispensary weed, just like when you have a money truck or something, you're gonna have a whole bunch of cameras. You're gonna have cameras in the parking lot. It's just almost like the casino. Those type of businesses, they have to have a lot of security because those are businesses that if somebody come in there and take everything they got, they're out of business so quick. So they're not going to let that happen because it's money. You have your Mary Jane, and people would love to just walk in and just come out. No, they got cameras all over the place. They can't tell me that they ain't got no footage. Him walking in, him any conversation, somebody out there in the parking lot. They got to.
And then where's the footage of him leaving? Something happened there. That's so sad. And they said he parked. He got there like right after it opened, but he parked so far away from the door.
Right.
Some people even speculate that he was going there for somebody. I don't know, but the autopsy report, they showed it in the system with nicotine, caffeine, and the marijuana. Okay, so what? It's legal there. He's been stressed. He's a medical student. What else you got? Because that's not alarming, and it's not a surprise.
Right. Exactly.
And whoever he was going to school with, taking classes with, they all knew about medical information and about the body.
Right.
And decomposition, I just want to call in and say something. The professor, she was pressed like a girlfriend. Watch their interviews. They've already had live, body analysis people, break the video down so it doesn't look like she's being honest. The things that she says.
Yeah, send me the link because I want to look at it. Send me the link. I want to look at it so we can all look at it Wednesday.
But I was going to ask the cat a question. How many of us have skipped school and smoked some weed and no one calls the police on us or reported us missing?
Well,
that's all I have to say.
All right. Thank you. She wants the chat to answer this question real quick. Let's answer her question. We still got 134 people in here, about 40, 50 people done left. But she asked, how many of you guys done gypped school, done went to the movies, went and smoked some weed, or went over your girlfriend's or boyfriend's house, or just went walking and just talking or something, or went and smoked a cigarette, and the police was called? I done gypped school probably once, but I was at home because I didn't want to get in trouble. But police wasn't called because of gyp. I mean, and you're in college, so, you know, his information, I don't know. How many of you guys done that before? Jip School, did the police come looking for you? They didn't come looking for me. My daughter, Jip School, they didn't come looking for her. They call, leave a message, you know what I'm saying? That's what happens. They call and leave a message, let you know. But she went to the school, the campus police, and made a report, and then went to the police. I'm pretty sure he's got information on his, when he failed to go to the school in case of emergency, his mother's number. Case of emergency. I mean, it's all over the place because you only got a limited amount of time. If something ever happened to you and they can't find blood to match, or they need to make a decision, they can't just go, okay, we're going to go ahead and we're going to go and have this operation. No, they got to contact somebody, and somebody got to give them the go ahead. I don't believe it's the professor. Miss Didi says, not even the truancy officer came looking for her. Never had the police called. I have, but no police was called. Hey, Taylor, I see you in the building. We miss you too. I'm glad everybody's doing much better. There is a swift and change in the universe. Everybody's doing better. I'm going to get on off of here, you guys. Hopefully, we'll get one of these ladies in here. Foul play went too far. When I first started working, her actions were very strange. Hey, Pez, thank you guys for showing up. I would love to have an open panel Wednesday. We're going to just share 2 clippings because I want to look at it. I want to look at it with everybody. I hope you guys want to look at it. And then I want you guys to come up on the panel and let's talk about it. But tomorrow we will do the Tyrese Gibson case. You guys make sure you have your face in place. 5 p.m. Central Time. You guys have a good evening. Bye.
Hold your power.
Decided to go into pre-law, then journalism. And with no academic focus, my grades took off in their own direction. You will fail at some point in your life. Accept it. You will lose. I found that nothing in life is worthwhile unless you take risks. You will embarrass yourself. You will suck at something. There is no passion to be found playing small and settling for a life that's less than the one you're capable of living. I didn't quit. I prayed. So you will catch a break.